Alright, I'm going to meet Rohit for coffee today. You remember Rohit, right? That guy who was looking totally disinterested in the whole Mekong Delta boat tour.
Hot.
Done with coffee, now back to work. I got up today early in the morning at 5 a.m. and I straight away logged into my office network and started solving a problem which I kind of faced from last evening, and finally I was able to solve it. So just hear me out even if you don't understand. There is a web page in our application. There are some text areas. These are generated dynamically. We don't know how many text areas will be generated finally, and we don't have a clue. So whatever you enter in the text area, it has to be automatically saved 30 seconds after you stop typing. So that was a problem, and I was able to solve it. Also, you have to display the status beside each text area if the changes are pending or changes are already saved. I was able to solve this using jQuery, basically a combination of key up event and set timeout event, and also of course clearing out the timers. Yeah, so if you're also a programmer and you understand what I'm talking about, then you can try to solve this problem. I talk a lot about building, creating and fixing stuff because I strongly believe that ideas are overrated and implementation is underrated. I think implementation is everything. Doing is a lot harder than just thinking in your mind how to do it. Yesterday I made a video how to make a simple egg beater. It looked disgusting, but it worked okay. The entire video was around 3.5 minutes, but there's a lot that I couldn't show in those 3.5 minutes, and the stuff which I failed to do. So I think I'll consider this video. I'll take this video as an opportunity to explain what went wrong, and I think this will be kind of a behind the scenes stuff. Okay, so I'll look at the video in my laptop here, and I'll play it around here so that you can see the video and refer to. The first task was to couple the wires, steel wires, and the motor using a coupler. So even this was a little hard when actually doing it. It took me around 1 hour to do this. So it was not as easy as it seemed. So you can see me struggling there. This one is funny. I don't know what I was thinking, but I made a hole in the lid as well. In the end, I didn't even need the lid. I had to cut it off. And now let's talk about the most difficult part. I initially thought to build a battery holder entirely from scratch. I didn't intend to use a ready-made battery holder. I wanted to do it by myself. But I think there were a couple of things that went wrong here. So let me explain. I had a small tube. I thought the AA batteries would fit into it. I thought the AA batteries would fit in it, but they didn't. So I had to break in the middle to create an opening and kind of force the batteries to fit inside them. But that still went well. and I was able to put the batteries inside the tube. But the next mistake I did was I didn't take the precise measurements to fit the batteries inside the tube, so they were still able to move inside it, so the circuit was not fixed. Now I wanted to close the ends using the small caps. These were taken from finished washing detergent liquid package. The idea was to make holes in them and put a spring at one end and a wire at another end. I wanted to stick the spring and the wires inside those caps using glue, but I think the hot glue didn't fix it properly, so they were moving here and there, and the entire build was unstable, and it was failing to power the motor continuously. So when I finally figured out what I have to fix, like I had to use a super glue, and I also had to cut the tube at precise location, and when I figured all this out, the tube broke. So I had to give up the idea, and I had to use a ready-made battery holder. So the okayest egg beater was not that easy to build.